Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I don't know what you've seen so far, but we are gonna hop right into it. So for those of you interested, oh, he ran away. That's Kumo. He is a Samoy. And then our dog, he's at home today, but his name is Finn. He is Black Lab Border Collie. Probably 60% Lab, 40% Border Collie. So lazy some days, very energetic the other days. But anyways, we just got finished up with the van delivery. Super happy with it. It's always a good feeling. And some of the other stuff we have going on, this van just came in quick, 2 window installations, max air fan in the roof. And I think you guys saw this one a little bit ago, but we have the Echo here. So a client came by from the Echo and we installed the beautiful winch bumper, the Baja Design Squadrons, the roving R7 lights, the bull bar. I'm not sure if you could see it, but it has the all-wheel drive skid plate, the full Van Compass suspension, and then the full Van Compass suspension at the rear as well with the OptiRate leaf springs. And I'm not sure if you can see the shocks in there. That stuff is a pretty labor-intensive install. All the mechanical work gets done at Jay's Automotive down the road from us. Sweet partnership we have there. Works out well. I'm going to grab lunch. Don't know where I left off, but that's how easily 3-4 hours can get out of the way. I had to, if I don't know what goes on building vans today and just thinking about scheduling, had a van delivery pickup. Currently working on 2 full builds in the shop. Day install got finished yesterday. We did a window and fan install on the weekend. I have a van sitting outside waiting to be picked up. Scheduling another install for 4 windows. In the next 2 weeks, we have 2 clients builds about 2 years ago that are coming back for a bunch of upgrades and checkovers. And then in the next 2 weeks as well, we'll be having another additional 2 full builds coming on here. So, well, at the same time, kind of taking on inquiries and scheduling and booking stuff in. So yeah, it's a lot. Our average build's 3 to 4 months. We're trying to cut down on that significantly. The van that just went out the door, you guys probably just saw the van tour of. That took us about 2 months. 2 months and about a week or so, which is fast. We're happy about that. That one went smoothly. Obviously, the more complex, the longer they take. And the legwork of getting stuff set up prior is pretty extensive. I'll show you this. This is probably the most recent build you've seen. So working on these renderings to send to clients after they've already picked out every single one of their materials. All right, I'll give you a bit of a tour of the back of the shop. This is the cabinetry section. It's jammed. We are moving to a shop space twice the size in about a month and a half, so that's really exciting. So we haven't put too much time or effort into it. Our sheets are full. This is actually going to be the electrical cabinet for a different build we have going on at the moment. We have some of the edge bander here. This is called edge tape. Various colors and matches depending on your wood. So normally if we order a laminate, which is this color, they have the matching edge tape. And kind of a raw core here would be up here, which is the 5/8 birch there. So if we were to leave exposed edges, we'd sand that down and lacquer it. Yeah, all of our various sheet goods here. Here's kind of what it looks like when it's laid up. So this is the color we chose for our company build, I believe. Again, there's the exposed edge. A lot of glue on that as we sand down. And yeah, you have the big 16-foot sliding cabinet saw. It's tight in here. And the reason this saw is good, obviously, for cutting 4x8 sheets. But the biggest one is right here. So, I mean, you have the big blade, and then you have the scoring blade you can raise and lower. Try to get some clips for you of this in use. So this is our company build we're working on. We're building this out as a spec fan build to sell. It's all been framed, all the exterior kind of holes have been done, air conditioner, fan, framing insulation, all the windows, the flares on the sides, all the flooring, subflooring's been done, obviously not the trim. And then we're just doing up the wire in here. That's Molson. He's the one with the cute white Samoy dog. His name's Kumo. And then this guy, Finn, come here. Yeah, paw. Other paw. Finn. Can you sit? Can you lay down? Okay, good boy. Anyways, he is the one who's probably 70% lab, 30% collie. Little white patch on his chest and his give me paw. There's the border collie there on his chest. Get it! Uh-oh. Make sure to chew there, buddy. Where'd you get the coat from? So I got the new Flare Space flares, and we got this like textured 3M wrap. So trying it out. We're gonna do some accents down on the side and the hood. Obviously we are getting rims and tires, some exterior gear. We got the roof rack up there. And then some of the features on the back doors. The nice Molly panels here. We're gonna do a storage bag in the middle section and just an upholstered panel on the top. And then Chrome's van's finally back. Spent a few hours just figuring out how we're gonna lay everything out. Takes a lot of time. We got it sorted and we're just doing some gonna test fit it in here to decide on hole cutting sizes, and then before you know it, it'll look pretty once you start putting all the components in. So this is a perfect scenario for this inverter jig. Instead of having to lift a like 50-pound inverter, this has all the drill holes for mounting of it. Lets you figure out kind of where you're going. So all the holes have been drilled. We did some reinforcement plates there because the things are quite heavy. And then you just spent hours kind of laying everything out and then taking measurements on where the strapping is. Because if you see, it's all traced out in there. So we know when we're drilling holes to bring the wire through, there's not strapping in the way essentially. So it's gonna look nice. We figure we're gonna integrate some light strips, right, in each of the batteries. Yes. So we'll router them in each of the battery compartments. And then where do we plan on putting this one?
Another light here.
Yeah, another strip there. So, and it'll all be accessible from a switch in the back doors. We got the lights installed. We traditionally go with a warm light. Chrome wanted a white light. I believe these are 5500K, which I will agree is significantly better for filming. Saw your comments, put a new camera. We're gonna try some different setups up. I believe it's just the lens. Our stabilizer's going in this. This is like a full body DSLR. I believe it's a 90D. We do like interchangeable lenses for different shots. I just think the stabilization's going in this lens. That's why it's a little more shaky than an iPhone, but we shall see. We just gotta put the lenses on, so it will dull this out a little bit. It won't be as harsh. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I want to film a Q&A for any questions you guys have. So leave them down below. And I'm going to film a dedicated video, kind of Q&A style. I saw some of the questions about wanting to see more things in depth and explain the process, and we definitely will do that. It comes to questions about everyday stuff, running the company. I mean, I'm asking myself questions right now, but you guys leave any questions you want down below for Q&A. I'll quickly just talk about what you guys can expect in this channel real quick. It's kind of everyday shop stuff. Eventually I do want to film an in-depth shop tour when we do move and go to our new location and facility. Kind of explain some of the process back end of things, what you don't see. Like I said, definitely going to show the ups and downs. There are days where, you know, we work for hours and you make a mistake and you got to change what you're doing, and it's custom work, right? So it's a lot of work. Builds take 3 to 4 months. The design process leading up to that is about a month-long process, sometimes even longer, depending on the amendments wanted for your renderings and your sketches and picking out your materials, right? We do deal with a lot of clients who, I mean, our province is over, state's over, so we have to, I mean, sometimes a month-long process picking out samples, because we're sending them samples to physically feel and see them in person. Yeah, it's really all hands on deck. It's a big process, which is why, I mean, it's not rocket science, it's not a huge secret, but we are currently just kind of in development doing a standardized build. So ideally, kind of Q1, Q2 of next year, you'll be able to go on our website and pretty much click and add a van to your shopping cart, essentially, and then you'll know van's ready for pickup in a month, and you'll know exactly what you're getting. If you want to go the custom route, obviously longer lead times, it'll have a higher sticker price on it because it's more labor intensive, more time. But I'm excited to just start showing you guys the headaches and the fun days. Stickers. I don't know what I'm showing you guys because we do not sell these, and I have no plan on selling them. When we get the odd walk-in or clients, we obviously don't mind handing these out. So yeah, these are little kind of Canadian Vancini Conversions. We have the dog van, which we do have a lot of shop pups. Kind of the other typical maple leaf there. This is our first company build we did. That one's pretty cool. And then we got the OG. And then we got the Finley, little shop pup sticker. And then one of my favorites, these are pretty cool. So this is the, you guys know what province that is. I mean, it's not rocket science, that's Ontario. So those are all the stickers we have. All right, here's what I'll actually do. We do not sell these, and I promise we will. Leave a comment down below, and somewhere in your comment, put the word stickers. I'll do a keyword search of everyone who commented stickers. I'll add it to a Google wheel. I'll spin it 10 times. On the next video, I'll show you the 10 winners. I'll tell you guys to email me, reach out, and we will send you sticker packs. If you don't find that too exciting, I don't blame you. It's going to be about 5 stickers, but they're free. Everyone likes free stuff. So for 10 people, comment stickers down below, and I'll show you the winners next video. And heck, I'll even show you me mailing them out at the post office, because Canada Post, I think, is no longer on strike, so we can probably finally ship snail mail for relatively cheap, so we'll do that. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan to me. And this isn't really, this is kind of a shameless plug here for ourselves, but it actually is really informative. If you go on our website, vanciniconversions.com, I'll put it right here, you should get a pop-up that says for you to sign up to our newsletter. And we do have a full-time Angela. I'll introduce you to her, but she's kind of our web developer, social media, all of our content. So we try to get a newsletter out per week. And those newsletters do have like really informative information. We have a free like 90-day guide to starting van life. And that doesn't just mean our builds. It's kind of just like for those of you who have your builds, just kind of what to expect, what to look out for, tips and tricks. We have a lot of blog posts in our newsletters about kind of clients, testimonials, traveling with pets. We do some kind of holiday specials, essentially just stories to read. There's a lot of good information, and we have a lot of plans to come. Again, I'm a firm believer in not gatekeeping information in this industry. I mean, if you're going to build your own van, you're going to build your own van, right? If you're capable, highly encourage it. If you don't have the funds to get a professional build, you're going to attempt one yourself, right? So I don't mind
sharing all the information, and that's kind of one of the main tips of this iceberg and why we started this channel is I do want to share information. Stay tuned. Anyways, I'm just mumbling on here. I need to go home. I'm sweating in this jacket up here. 7 p.m. See you guys in a second, but I'm gonna go home and sleep. Alrighty, not sure if this video was too exciting. It is Friday, it's 7:30. There's a lot of work for me to do, so I didn't get to pick up the camera too much. I just want to give you guys a quick rundown and kind of end this video here on what to expect. This is probably a snooze fest of a video, but bear with us. I'm just gonna kind of run you through the projects, our whole timeline over the next few months for you guys to look forward to, what you guys can look forward to, and kind of explain a bit on what we kind of want to show you and what we will be showing you. So we'll start with the shop real quick on what we have going on. So behind us here, we are a custom van conversion shop. We still do custom builds. We're not going to turn you away if it's a van build. That's not for living in. We do commercial builds. We do quite a few. You can see on our website, we're still behind uploading some of our most recent ones. This van behind us is actually for a paramedic division locally in one of the counties, and this is going to be kind of a mobile outreach van. So we've done a few of those, and they're always fun, change of pace. You're just not installing a bed. Still has a lot of the same systems our camper vans do. Exterior will be pretty minimal. This van behind us, right, Kumo? This is I don't know if they have a name, Tonka, but this is a build we did two and a half years ago. So we also, while keeping up with full builds, people want to come back for upgrades, checkups. I believe we're adding a Starlink to this. We're adding a sensor to the gray water tank, which they never had. Fixing kind of their bench seat area. Some overall just checking over everything. But yeah, we do upgrades, and this is a pretty sweet rig. I'm sure you saw it on Chrome's channel there, but it's always fun to see vans, hear the stories and where they've been, and the fact that they're rolling on 4 wheels still functioning makes us feel good. And then this van over here, I'm sure you people know whose it is. This is Chrome's van that we're pretty much doing the whole build other than cabinetry. We're gonna be filming kind of a lot of in-depth on the electrical side of things, and yeah, I'll kind of inform you what's involved. Like what's involved is Andy's cabinet coming apart for us to be able to put light strips in. So we took them off. They've all been routed. All the channels have been routed. Anyways, everything's apart. It's a process. Panel for some of the shutoffs is AC panel. This is held in clamps with that black laminate. That'll sit till Sunday when we start working on it again. But it is a long process if you want things nice and for them to function. It's not just a matter of throwing stuff in. Like our tech was probably 6 hours into this just to decide how we're going to lay it out. So there's complicated things involved, and we'll be showing you that. All right, 1% here. I tried just filming clips over there for an hour. It has to be a full separate video. I'll make a video explaining the cost of components that go into the average professional custom van builder, and kind of explain the sticker shock to people, and kind of just vouch for builders that this isn't a get rich quick thing. It's just the physical cost of components. The average person, 99% of people, do not realize when looking at one of these things what is actually going into it. We have spreadsheets down to the nut and bolt, and you can sit and look at, oh gosh, that's 120 grand in components going into this build. We can see that, and I mean, if you guys have questions, I'd be happy to share things just to inform you guys. And that's not to say if you want to build your own van, you need to use all those components, right? You can use a kind of a knockoff lower end component that will probably be fine for a year. But as builders, you want to use stuff that's going to last, so I can sleep at night and have good warranties, and your van's not going to go up in flames. Anyways, that's another topic. The other thing I do want to share and inform you on, I've already seen a couple comments, is just let you know it's to me, it's public knowledge. I don't try to gatekeep information. If you want to be a client of any custom builder and you have the funds and means to do so, you're going to do that. If you're someone who's handy, you're going to build your own van. So I don't think sharing information on how to build vans is ever going to hurt us as a business. I think some builders feel that way. For example, like, what do we use for our adhesives when installing air conditioners and skylights and max air fans and solar grommets? We use Sikaflex 291, and you can Google that and go in depth, and we've done comparisons over 20 different kind of polyurethane adhesives, and that's what we settled on for spray-on adhesive. I mean, we still constantly test things out, but probably the sixth one we've settled on due to trial and error and figuring out multiple climates, humidity, 120 degrees, baking in the sun, you don't want anything to bubble. P307 tensor grip. That's what we settled on. Little stuff like that. I'm an open book. I want to share. I want to tell people. For the DIYers out there, because again, why am I gatekeeping stuff? If you look at the cost of a van build, you can go on our website FAQ page and read, and you say, that's way too much, I'm building my own van. Or I don't have the budget, but I still want to build my own van and still know the adhesives and materials and certain things used, not necessarily the components. We are here to share. Anyways, it's 8 p.m. I'm going home. It's the weekend. I don't know when you guys see this, but whatever, even for the next weekend. Hope you guys all have a good weekend. If you've watched this far again, please make sure to leave a like. Any comments down below. Try my best to answer a few of them. But we'll be sure to do like a full in-depth video and kind of knock all the common questions I see. And we'll go from there. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Adios.